guys. Welcome. This is actually kind of cool because I'm in the middle on my screen. We are going to be doing Fighting Your Corner, which is, I think, the name we've given this, as a bold future team. This idea is inspired by All Deaf Digital's Great Taste, in which we are going to fight our corner. We've each decided to pick a artist who we are going to defend. He's our black artist, and we will probably say something about one of these artists that you do not like. Because the whole point of this is to, prove our point and disprove other points. It doesn't mean you hate the artist. It's just a bit of fun. So don't be too pressed.
I wanna be a billionaire.
Cool. So today I'm representing Mariah Carey. Obviously,
talking about Pharrell Williams here.
Just don't even feel like this is really up for debate, to be honest, because the person that I'm representing now is Stevie Wonder.
Miss Lauryn Hill. So, singer, rapper, songwriter.
Stormzy, aka The Problem, aka Stiff Chocolate.
she was able to sign with Columbia Records. Columbia Records also has Beyoncé, Adele, Calvin Harris, Chloe and Hailey, many, many more. In terms of her octave, in terms of her range, she reached 5 octaves basically.
Yeah, I'll let his numbers do the talking for him. I mean, first of all, his discography goes from the 1990s to 2020. As in, he's still relevant over decades. In 2003, he produced 43% of the radio. Like, he has a humongous impact in music.
I don't want to talk about him being blind too much because he's more than just a blind person. But let me just say, yeah, he was born blind. But he was 6 weeks premature. That's why he was born blind, in case anybody didn't know. Okay. But even with that, he learnt 3 instruments by age 4. What are you guys doing with your lives? Age 4.
Right, aka Wicked Skangman. Right? Let me give you... Is there something funny? In 2017, he released his debut album, Gang Signs and Prayer, which, rose to critical acclaim because there were many good songs on the album, including Blinded by Your Grace with Emanike. Alright? Very inspirational.
Name me another song on that album.
He also had Big Fear Boots, was included on the album. Okay. Deborah, don't ask questions, please. And
so when you go back to kind of her early days, she actually was acting. So she had her shows, which she was in one show called As the World Turns, and she had a recurring role. And then she has her famous role, which is in Sister Act 2. Back in the Habit, and everyone knows her for that role, singing in Joyful Joyful. So that was at 17. I don't know what you man were doing. We were just I don't know if you were getting big roles like that.
I don't know, but Stevie was playing 3 instruments.
Okay, well,
Stormzy was in Noughts and Crosses. Just
really? Are you sure? Wait, you 17?
Wait, you were how old? 4, yeah?
I thought that was last year, babes.
It was last year, mate.
And then it was
17 last year.
Why are you attacking me? Sorry, hello. Hello.
Okay. Look at Victory. Victory's like, I'm just waiting for her.
Because I'm just wondering why the need to bring in Beyonce and Chloe and Halle, what that really does for Mariah Carey. But carry on.
But thank you. Anyway, but yeah, the fact that she's able to reach such high notes in terms of 5 different octaves, none of you guys can talk about range in terms of Mariah Carey.
Can she still do it?
Huh?
Can she still do it?
Okay, first of all, if she has a medical condition, that's not her fault.
I was just asking a question.
You were
just asking a question.
He has 13 Grammys. He has 5 Soul Train Music Awards. He has 5 BET Awards. He does bits. When it comes to his lyrics and discography, we have songs like Drop It Like It's Hot, Happy, a song of empowerment for the children.
Empowerment for the children. I'm so sorry.
It is. Happy for the children. You know that song hits. You know.
Empowerment.
No, after the third
song. Please.
Empowerment.
Creative with your lyrics. That's what I'm gonna call it.
Because I'm happy. It's a children's. It's
kind of annoying after a while.
Was he supposed to put metaphors in it?
Wait, sorry. Can we talk about bloodlines?
Can we talk about it?
Yeah.
Can we talk about it? With his vocal range, let's just say the average vocal range for a man is 1.5 to 2 octaves. My guy's hitting 4. Who's he doing that for? For himself. My guy can hit. That's almost as much as Mariah. And no offense, unlike Mariah, he can still sing. So,
done.
He released like a lot of singles that like charted really well. Like Vossibo, a really good song. Like I think it went to like #1. And you know, it's amazing. He even had the iconic line, F the government, F Boris. He also has songs like Own It with Ed Sheeran. And he's not only collabing with, you know, British artists, he also goes global. And he collabed with Burna Boy as well in Own It. Heavy is the
Talk
head.
about Wiley. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Can we just bring him up?
I'm really gonna bring up. I didn't
Him up because
listen.
the reason why. I mean, blessed to the collaborations. That's great. Burna Boy, will fantastic. Drake, will fantastic. But the reason why he kind of went global a little bit was because of this tension between Wiley and Stormzy.
I disagree.
Oh, of course you disagree. Because you're a person. You're meant to disagree. That's
No. Stormzy was in the game like long before his beef with Wiley happened, like last year.
Global game.
Thank you.
When it comes to awards, she had the Grammy Award for Best New Artist, Album of the Year, and Best R&B Album, Best Female R&B Vocal Performance. And she was the first hip hop artist to win Album of the Year and the first woman to win 5 Grammy Awards in one night. I'm not sure how many people have that. Some people just have Mogos, but it's okay.
You know what? Does she have any Brit Awards? Does she have any Mobile Awards?
She's not British.
Grammys here.
You can't
She could.
baby.
Not gonna lie, Stevie Wonder has 25 Grammys, but let's not talk about it too fast.
We're not talking about it, okay?
Like from the 1990 to like 1999, every single year she was able to have a top selling record. Even the Beatles weren't able to reach that amount of #1 singles across a whole decade.
When it comes to the Bloodlines point, previously addressed by our Right Honourable Lady Hamida, he does say in the GQ interview that he regrets that song.
He has Isn't She Lovely, Signed, Till Delivered. And just to add on top of that, he's the one that did the version of Happy Birthday that we like, which is Happy Birthday to you. That's the, you know what I mean? What did you say?
Did we need that version though? Like, can I be real?
Which version do you prefer?
The Stevie Wonder's version, not the original.
Don't let me sing the version I sing because no one.
So the reason he wrote Happy Birthday to You is because he was one of the main people who led for there to be a Martin Luther King Jr. Day, because they wanted to make Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday a national holiday in America. But obviously Americans, you know they're a bit racist out here, so like they didn't really want that to happen. So that's why he kind of released the song Happy Birthday to You. It was kind of in memory of Martin Luther King Jr. and to make sure that this was made into an official holiday.
A few notable works have also been published under Mercury Books, like Taking Out Space. I think it's called, the subtitle is Black Manifesto, something like that. For
sorry, I just want to support.
Yes,
I'm just gonna have to. It's a good book. I'm so sorry.
I know.
And she also talked about her conversation with God as well. It was very important for religious conscious rap songs, because before that time in the 90s, it was very cringe actually to mention God or religion in music. But in the way that Lauryn incorporated it into her songs wasn't cringeworthy, and many people praised her for that.
Let's just really look at the songs, the hits. Yeah, every Christmas. Yeah, All I Want for Christmas. Yeah. Is Mariah? No, I don't. But either way, All I Want for Christmas is one. Yeah. Touch My Body. Always Be My Baby. What do you call it? Oh crap! I just had my notes now. Anyway, either way, she has a lot of singles. Yeah. Can Pharrell really sing? Can we just say it?
Can Pharrell sing?
Can Pharrell really sing?
Listen, we're not rating greatest singers, we're rating greatest artists. Let me tell you something here.
Oh.
He has more than 100 million streams.
But then you're just saying he's just a producer then.
No, I just named the song. Drop It Like It's Hot. The hell?
Ah, sorry.
Was he not on that song? Was he not on that song? Nerd. That song, Lemon, has 100 million plus streams. I just ask.
Oh gosh, I don't want to tell you to ask a question.
I'm just asking,
generally,
is longevity in the question?
For Stevie?
Yeah.
Look at
everyone generally.
Longevity in the sense of what? Because his music is timeless, if that's what we're talking about. I think in a lot of ways it's the same as Pharrell in the sense that he will be helping people to write music forever, for as long as he's living.
He's saying this, but his last number one single was 1991.
Was time ago.
Stormzy isn't just an artist, but he's also an activist, a campaigner. He knows what's wrong, and when it's wrong, he calls it out. He doesn't sit down in his seat like some people, all right, who didn't say they were black, didn't come out to help anybody. He stands up for what is unjust, and he wants to correct the wrongs in society, not just in society, but definitely stop.
You guys are going to mention tax evasion. So
18 million.
Wow.
And yet she's demanding 10k. Why does she need 10k when she's evading tax? Let's talk about it, bro.
She was saying that at the time, like if she was able to, she would definitely pay her taxes. But at the time, it was compromising between like either her paying it or the well-being of her children at the time. And when you look at America, when it comes to paying things like bills and stuff like that, it's very, very mad over there, especially with healthcare and things like that. So when you're focusing on your kids, I think a lot of people actually make that sacrifice where it's like, okay, do I send my kids to the hospital so they can get treatment, or do I give the money to the government who doesn't care about me in the first place?
She's been able to set up like a, I don't know what you call it, but kind of like a charity, if that makes sense, to be able to help those in New York specifically. Ooh.
Oh, again.
Sounded like a Mariah performance, though.
No!
Cultural impact. In terms of culture, he has an $1,000 trainer in collaboration with Chanel and Adidas. No shade. I don't know if any of these artists that you guys are bringing can bring that kind of rep.
Wait, how is it benefiting the community?
I'm talking about cultural impact, and when I get to community impact,
Like I said, we're not on the right point.
Right, we're on the wrong table, guys.
That's it. But what Stormzy did, Big Mike, The Problem, Wicked Scanman.
Your artist, the problem. The problem is he's not global. That's the problem, bro.
Okay.
That's the problem, bro.
Let me land.
How many Grammys has he won?
The global deal is not there.
How many Grammys has he won?
Can you let me? This is
Global.
Because I know Stevie's on 25, but that's
MTV Award, maybe. I was going to question just a few points, not much. Where do I start? Do we start with a MTV Unplugged thing, where she was just rambling between her?
I was going to mention that as well, actually.
She wasn't. It was almost like something was going on, you know. I don't want to elaborate further.
Yeah.
And then you have the situation where she's 2 hours late to her own concert.
Only 40 minutes playing.
Yeah, and then people were booing her as she was singing.
Her own fans.
Because of how bad it was. And then you have the whole thing where during a performance, she just started criticizing the Catholic Church, which I get why people do it, but it came off as very rash and uncivilized. And then you have her whole hiatus period.
Oh, she said, I'm just
going to all my points. I'm not going to count.
And in addition to the tax fraud, you also have the jail sentence. So the tax fraud was 1.8 million, like between 2005 and 2007. But then you have the jail period.
Then you have the jail period. Talk about it.
Short and sweet. I don't know where you want to start.
There's too much.
It's not just cultural, it's not just community, it's not just political as well, because I don't know about you, but I don't think any of you guys, your artists sung in
No. Let's
yeah.
Okay, but I'm just bringing it. I'm not gonna listen. No, I know you're gonna bring up Gaddafi. I know. Okay,
so,
I know you're gonna bring it up.
I'd like you to address
that. No, hold on.
You want to talk about that, Deborah?
Listen, yeah.
Talk about it.
Okay, just a disclaimer. Twice she sung with a dictator. When I was researching, I said, right? I said, damn.
One, not two. Not one, not two.
1,000.
Daffy, with the Angolan dictator, and lastly she performed in Saudi Arabia.
Okay, first of all, she's
Known.
Listen, she's just trying to
Right.
expand her network.
Don't even do that.
Expansive dictator.
She's just trying to expand her network. Like, it's not every day go with democracies. Like, it's actually okay. No? It's not.
Deborah, do you want to get cancelled?
This is the human rights.
Where is she from?
This is not a politics. This is human rights. In 2014, I think, he provided 114 internships to high school grads because you know how in America it's hard for people to get their foot into the door. And those graduates, each one of them, as in 100% of those who got those internships are now in university. So the things he does, like he's not just part of charities, his charities have impact. But before you address the comment, Science Seal Deliver was actually released in 1970, 2009. That was a re-release.
I know, that's why I said it was re-released. That's why, did you not hear my under the breath?
It still didn't get number one, so how timeless is it?
Oh, wait a second. We're not going to pretend that Pharrell has all the number ones in the world. He doesn't have number ones like that. That's not what I'm gonna do right now. To defend her one more time, like, because we're talking about her speaking against the Catholic Church. Again, I don't really know the situation she's got, so I don't know exactly what she said. And we know that the Catholic Church has their issues. Again, I'm not going to get cancelled. We'll talk about the Catholic Church and but we have people like Stormzy who have openly talked about the government, saying F the government and all of these things that could be seen as controversial if we're not us, because we agree with him, we're like, oh yeah. But at the same way, like, he's speaking out about things that other people say, is this the time, is this the place? But that's just, again, on her behalf.
And I was going to mention actually the reason why she like did that whole controversial thing where she like ripped up the Pope's flipping picture on MTV and everything like that was because apparently she was calling out the rape accusations within the Catholic Church. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So I mean,
I do agree. My only counter is that when Stormzy does it, it seems almost critical, but when she did it, it seemed like impulsive. Or
So she wasn't satisfied with how she was at that point to give a performance. So it's like she was like preparing herself to make sure that when she comes out, she's like the best.
To address what Stevie said, firstly, I'm going to read out what he said. Okay. I think honestly, some people who think they're gay, they're confused. People can misconstrue closeness for love. People can feel connected, they bond. I'm not saying all gay people are confused. Some people have a desire to be with the same sex, but that's them. That's what he said. Now, let's be honest. It doesn't always sound great.
Well,
but he later came up to say that what he was saying is that he's not saying that everybody that is gay is a confused person. He is saying that sometimes he feels that some people confuse their just feeling of closeness with being, oh, I'm in love with this person and I want to be with this person. And any final thing that anybody wants to say, or Deborah, you want to say before you have to go, or anything like that?
Actually, other than the fact that for everyone, make sure when you're voting, like, I don't know if were you gonna say that, Victory?
Well, I wasn't, but I can say now. So basically, I forgot that this is something that people are going to vote on. So in the comments, please just say who you think won Stevie, because it's just a good way to like...
We all had that.
What? Because it's just a good way to like, you know, for us to see who's defending the person better. And don't just vote for the person you like. Think about
the community,
the things.
Think about the
Think about the dictators.
Can they perform?
Disclaimer: we do not hate anybody in this video.
I finna listen to Stevie Wonder and Miseducation from the beginning. After this,
I won't lie, Pharrell got bopped. We're gonna move. Do you know what I mean? So we don't hate anybody in this video, but it's just a bit of fun.
Wait, how do they vote?
In the comments. So they'll just say who they think won.
Down below, guys.
Miss Mariah, where's the single?
Oop. You gonna call somebody, Deborah?
She had the nodule. She couldn't get it.
Right.
It has stats, but even her own fans would say that they did not like Stevie.
My guy, I mean, the person I'm doing is...
My guy.
Sorry. I was trying not to laugh.